Good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here. And I want to congratulate Mr. Labib Najjar and his beautiful wife and family on the success of Metalex. I think I want to start with that. And I also want to thank and congratulate YTEPP for the sterling performance that they have been rendering to the national community for how many years, Ms. West?
35.
35 years. I was going to say before I born, but I feel somebody will catch me, so I'm bothering to say that. But I just came from a Junior Achievers event, and that, of course, is another program that operates in our schools. And we were discussing the importance of this program to our young people. And what is the critical thing about it? There are two things. One, the entrepreneurial focus. And entrepreneurship can start with a dream, and at 65 years later, it could end up like Metalex. And the other thing is that our young people get the opportunity to have experiences where they can build different types of skills and abilities outside of the academic achievement. And this is critical because it speaks to the type of young person we are creating, the type of citizen we are creating. And it speaks to the return on the investment in education, which, as we know, for Trinidad and Tobago, has been consistently a large investment, about 10% of our annual budget. So when we look at the success of an institution like YTEPP, and we add NESC, we add MIC, we understand that we as a nation have been making space for technical education in Trinidad and Tobago for quite some time, and that's to our credit. At the Junior Achievers event, one of our curriculum officers in the TVET area, she said to me, TVET is in trouble. And I said to her, how can TVET be in trouble when we have institutions like YTEPP, MIC, NESC, UTT, COSTAT making their contributions? But she was referencing one particular area where we do have a challenge, and that is getting these persons who are so well equipped and endowed after their passage through these institutions to come back to teach in our system. That is where we have the challenge. Because so many of them are involved in entrepreneurship, and their returns are so much better that they don't want to come into the teaching profession. So we were discussing that, and it is something that as a nation we are going to have to take a decision on, because we want our secondary school TVET programs to be as broad as they can be, and the lack of teachers will cause and is causing a challenge in that area. So we have our own areas of TVET that we have to shore up, but even as we do that, we have to celebrate the successes of our post-secondary institutions, and we continue to try to forge links between the post-secondary institutions and our secondary schools, but also between these institutions and our successful corporate Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm very grateful to Metalex for being consistent. If I'm not mistaken, YTEPP is not the only partnership that you enjoy a relationship with. You also enjoy with MIC. So Metalex is prolific, therefore, in the effort to partner with our post-secondary institutions to allow our students a real-life experience and to ensure that when we have professionals, TVET professionals in Trinidad and Tobago, they are well-trained and able to deliver the highest quality, and that is very important. I recently had a discussion with NESC, and we were discussing the workforce assessment and the prior learning assessment for some of our craftsmen. And we will be progressing those discussions, and I'm certain that YTEPP will be involved, MIC. We will be involved in that as we seek to ensure that there's certification for those who are trained and skilled but not certified, because that is becoming a more important part of the industrial landscape. I'm sure Metalex can attest to that, and that's why they are so interested in the process, because their success depends on good workers and certified workers. So they are showing that They are not only interested in receiving, but they are interested in being part of the process and creating that certified workforce that will assure their success and the success of Trinidad and Tobago. Metalex, we are grateful for you, and we are grateful for your consistency over the years in doing this. And YTEPP, as always, we are grateful for what you are doing for the young people that has been doing for many years. And we look forward to more and better. And we take this example and we hold it out to other industrial companies and corporate Trinidad and Tobago as a whole. When we at Ministry of Education, we have a doctor's school. We say, if you are not helping a school in some way, we have room for you at the Ministry of Education. And we are happy to partner. So take the example of Metalex and so many others and come into the fold and let us all work to create the Trinidad and Tobago that we want to see. Thank you very kindly.
Madam Minister, the Honourable Nyan Gadsby-Dolly, Minister of Education. Mr. Najar. David, please. All guests, all specially invited guests. It is my pleasure to be here this morning. I'm not only pleased to be here, but I'm very proud to be here this morning for this signing of an MOU, the third MOU that we'll be signing with Metalex Engineering Enterprises. But some numbers have been bandied about already, and I want to check those numbers with you again. I want you to check the numbers. Yeah. 65. 65 is not an easy number. 65 is a long time. That's the number of years that you have been in existence, and I congratulate you for that. 35. That's a number. Well, Minister didn't want to say it. That's before I was born. 35, the number of years that we celebrated this year. We at YTEPP celebrated this year. So we are almost they're twice as old as we are. And then 12, the number of years that we have had a partnership with them. I like to call it a divine partnership, a partnership made in heaven. Yes, because we both have the same vision. Metalex and YTEPP have the same vision to train our young people in skills that are relevant to our country's development and skills that they can monetize. Everywhere I go, people say, I was a trainee at YTEPP, and they're very proud of being a trainee at YTEPP. And when I first visited here and saw our trainees here, and I'm being told that we have had, in the 12 years, we have had 120 students pass through Metalex. And I hear some stories about what they have done and how proud they are to be graduates of YTEPP and MIC. So without further ado, I want to say congratulations to you, Mr. Najar, and congratulations to us for having that partnership for many more years to come after we have gone. And I see you have put your succession planning in place. So you will go on for many years, and I do thank you for choosing YTEPP. Didn't choose anybody else. But thank you for choosing YTEPP, and we'll continue with this wonderful relationship that we have had and we have grown over the years. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Minister.